Hi, Natalie.
Hi, James.
Thanks for joining
Hola.
me. Hola.
Hola from Madrid.
Muy bien.
The fan. It's very hot here today, so we need this.
Definitely, definitely. As always, we tend to start these talks off with a quick introduction to yourself and the group, if you don't mind.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm Natalie Alagna. I'm the director of international DMC for AIM Group International, based in the Madrid office here in Spain. So AIM
Perfect.
Group, essentially, we are, various offices we have all over Europe, also in the US, offering DMC services to all our clients internationally.
Okay, and as you say, you're based in Madrid, so perfect place to sort of start. So, what is the current situation with Madrid?
Okay, so Madrid, actually, we're in a very good situation here. So from the 21st of June, we finished our 3-month state of alarm, which was total lockdown here. So we started off going through various phases, phase one, then phase two, then phase three. But then from the 21st, it was just, complete came out 100%. So this means Madrid is back. Many venues, hotels, restaurants are starting to reopen. Companies are still working remotely, such as my office. The team are still working from home, or some from the beach, or or wherever. But essentially, we've seen that we can do this job from almost anywhere. Um, the streets of Madrid, it's incredible when I think back to even a month ago, walking in the Plaza Mayor, which is our main square. And it's just something unimaginable to not see almost anybody there. I was there this weekend having lunch with some family friends, and I was excited to see some tourists. It was like, wow, things are coming back, and of course that's very positive for us. So basically, we're out of lockdown, and slowly reopening everything.
That's great to know, and I think it's an important sort of measure, because obviously here in the UK we're hearing positive news of places opening up, destinations opening up, and obviously now with the sort of non-quarantine as Spain being on sort of the positive list. But it's also good to see that things are open. I think there's an element of kind of like, how long is it going to take to get going? But it all sounds very positive, and sort of you
Yeah,
really are on the move
absolutely.
again.
Yeah.
That's great. So, what sort of changes should we expect sort of coming out to Madrid now?
Well, so the city of Madrid, generally in Spain, was one of the cities that went down into very strict lockdown. So one thing that was done very well here is that we did take things in stages, in phases. So this really kind of gave the city time to really prepare for what's to come. As mentioned, we are absolutely 100% out, but there are obviously some measurements and restrictions within the city. Most establishments are open to a 75% capacity. Restaurant, bars, cafes. If you're indoors, again, it's 75%. Outdoors, it's 100%. So all the terraces are absolutely full. I think the Madrileños, being 3 months totally locked down, like really came out in full force, and really needed to kind of have that space and meet friends and families. So that's why I said, right now the city is buzzing. Clubs and other places like this are more 40%. For example, discos, you can't dance because the dance floors aren't open, because you need to be seated at your tables. And then again, as mentioned, hotels, for example, have opened up, but the communal areas are 75%. So this includes F&B areas, and also the swimming pool areas. Uh, as a DMC, though, we are also making changes. We're actually now in the process of creating an internal protocol and preparing our staff to be able to continuously monitor the official statements and guidelines made by the governments and public entities of each region even. So Madrid is different to Barcelona, to Bilbao, to Seville. So we think this is like very, very important that our staff are educated and have the knowledge to be able to also advise our clients when they're coming to Madrid, what can we do and what we can't do. We also, as a local DMC, are looking to contract more preferred suppliers. So it's no longer about offering, 10, 20 options. It's about offering 5 options or 3, but knowing that these partners are really adhering to all the restrictions, measurements, health and safety, and really implementing everything that, they are supposed to guarantee the safety of our clients and the events. So we are really committing ourselves to finding these safer solutions to fulfill our projects, be it with hotels, congress centers, restaurants, AV companies. We have seen live events are coming back. We are actually receiving, new requests still. And we even have requests still for this year. So again, I think this is all like very, very positive. So basically, I think the image of a DMC has changed a little bit as well, because it's not just about, booking services. It's really about working with our clients and offering them advice as well, and supporting them. Within AIM, we also have a new, let's just say, chant, hashtag, and it's we aim for safe. So this is important for us.
No, I think that's a fantastic point you make. I mean, more than ever. I mean, the need to work with partners abroad and DMCs, particularly because of the rules and regs, more than ever with safety and things like that. It really does help us as planners sort of moving forward. And I think there needs to be that element of confidence that needs to come back in within the industry and the market for people to come out. So working so closely with people like yourself, who have those preferred measures, and like you say, what you're doing with preferred suppliers, I think that's going to help bring the confidence back to people to come back out there.
And I think that's it. It's confidence and trust, isn't it? So yeah. This is how
so in terms of events, it sounds to me like most places are kind of moving forward with not quite full capacity, obviously, but what type of events can we look to bring out, and what sort of group sizes would we be looking at?
I think, as long as we as long as we adhere to, the regulations of safety, hygiene, distancing, I think personally that we're going to see almost all types of events coming back in the next 12 months. It's going to start off slowly. For sure, clients are going to favor more outdoor events. So Madrid as a destination is perfect in that sense, because one, we have, almost all year round beautiful weather, blue skies, and then we also have a lot to offer in terms of outdoor spaces here. We have stunning castles, beautiful monasteries, museums, country manor houses, all offering ample outdoor areas. So speaking also with, our convention bureau, they even said as well, they see that Madrid next year is going to be a hotspot, because again, people are kind of looking for these new types of events, and Madrid can definitely cater to that. In terms of, team buildings, I also think social responsibility is going to play a big factor. This is going to, again, be something very important that companies are going to want to incorporate into their events.
That's right. I mean, Madrid as a capital and as a city, it's so diverse. I mean, when I was out there last year, and I was amazed at how many different things that you can do out there, and obviously massively impressed by the amount of rooftop space and bars that you have there.
We have an amazing activity, which is rooftop hopping, because it's true that, in Madrid, there's it's a slogan, de Madrid al cielo. So it's like from Madrid to heaven. It's like, there's so many rooftops, you need to look up to the sky, and from Madrid you get a fantastic view from different rooftop terraces. So we organize an activity where we take them to various different rooftops, and on each rooftop there's a completely different surprise waiting for them. It could be some kind of workshop, it could be something like molecular tapas cooking, or learning, the cajon, the the percussion, like the flamenco. But the other thing is that you're getting a different view of Madrid from each different rooftop. So absolutely spot on with the rooftops.
Sounds amazing. So I guess sort of finally, is there anything else we need to know, or anything else you'd like to sort of put across in terms of Madrid as a destination, or what you guys are up to?
Yeah, so one thing that's really important to know, and also it's kind of a guarantee, is that Madrid has actually been awarded the Safe Travel Stamp. So this was actually designed to enable travelers to identify destinations and businesses around the world who have adopted health and hygiene global standardization protocols. So I think this gives a lot of confidence to the client as well coming to Madrid. The team as well are really like working now. They're on hand to help the client redesign their events in order to fit into, you know, the new measurements and protocols that we have. Madrid though is really prepared. They're one of the first to kind of, you know, get reactivated in this sense. Looking forward to events that we have coming up. Again, speaking from a DMC agency, for next year, we've been receiving requests from 60 people incentives to 1,400 Congress in Madrid. And then I think the fact that, for example, Fitur, which is it's a major travel industry trade fair, has been announced. It's going to be taking place in Madrid in January. And of course,
wow,
together, yeah, people like, I don't know how many from all over the world. So I think this shows that there is that trust in the city, and the city is really working to prepare themselves for future events.
fantastic. That's really, really positive to hear. And like I say, I think that's going to be quite reassuring to the industry, just hearing events like that coming back. But yeah, thank you very much. Very, very, very good to know what's going on in Madrid. All sounds very, very positive. And I appreciate your time.
Yes, and we look forward to welcoming you.
Yes, looking forward to being back soon. Speak soon. Bye.
In the challenging world of business, when only the best will do, finding the right place is essential. Imagine you could choose. You might choose a place with the very best air and land transport systems, giving you complete freedom of movement. Choose a city committed to development, one which supports business, education, and international trade. Or you might choose a bustling metropolis, a city that never sleeps. You could choose a city where your health and well-being are the most important thing. You could choose a cosmopolitan city to hold your meetings, where doing business is easy. Or one where the sun lights up the future. You could choose a place that's steeped in history, or one where leisure and relaxation are an important part of life. You could choose a city that's ready to welcome you. But now, imagine that you don't have to choose. Imagine work and pleasure going hand in hand in a city where you can find everything you want. At the center of a dynamic country. In a place that's fully part of Europe. Imagine Madrid now.
Thank you for watching. We welcome any feedback and questions in the comment section below, and please make sure you follow me on all our social networks.